Digits BB. Hello everyone, welcome back to Digits BB. Tonight we'll be taking a break from the in-progress game The Floor is Jelly to play another game of interest from the itch.io Racial Justice Bundle. It should be noted that this game is also available on the indie bundle for Palestinian aid that's going on itch.io right now, so anyone intrigued by this game can check out that game from that bundle, and I encourage people to donate toward that bundle if they have the interest and the means. So this game appears to be some kind of like storybook-esque game, like a kind of like a children's picture book or like pop-up book kind of story. At least that's the impression I got from playing the first couple minutes of it. And I'm actually a little bit worried about how well this game will run on stream, just based on what little I've tested of it so far. For one thing, the game doesn't have any sort of windowed capacity in the options menu here. There's no way to window the game, so and I don't have like a fancy dual monitor setup or anything like that. So I'm actually just playing this game full screen on my laptop right now and just watching the chat from my tablet, because it's really the best way I can work this out. And I'm not totally sure how technically demanding this game is. I'm sure it would run smoothly under normal circumstances, but I'm not sure how well it's going to stream exactly. And my laptop's fan is running pretty loudly as I even sit in the opening menu of this game. So we'll see how it goes when playing through, and I guess if the stream turns out to be a mess later, or if people point out during the stream in the chat that everything looks like a mess, then I guess we might just have to pull the plug and call it a night early. But we'll hop into the game and see what we can do. So this game is called Luna.
Ask anyone and they will tell you. The moon is always changing. Night after night it shifts, waxing and waning, winking at Earth from its place in the sky. But it wasn't always so. There was a time when the moon stayed full, frozen and changeless, a precious stone set into the darkness. But nothing stays the same forever. Things change, and bit by bit the moon was consumed, until one night only a small sliver remained. A young bird, adding the finishing touches to its first nest at twilight, weaving the fibers tightly, hoping it will hold throughout the long, dark night.
Alright, so we're in control here, so you probably see what I mean about the sort of children's pop-up book elements to this. And from what I understand, this game, going off the store page, some people involved in making this game are also involved in games like Flower and Journey, so that's pretty interesting. It also made me worry about this game a little bit, because both Flower and Journey are games that I wanted to stream that were not optimal on my streaming setup. Anyway, let's see what this is about here. It's like a point-and-click kind of gameplay. Oh, well, the moon is shining down on me as I sleep. Or not on me, but on our little bird friend here.
Excited, exhausted, and alone. Or so it thought. But the owl had been watching.
That is a thick owl, dude.
Owl knew all too well the loneliness Bird held in its heart, and knew just what Bird was missing. See how beautiful the moon is, Bird? I know its name. Call to it. It can make you feel safe. It can make you feel light again. Whole. Serenading the moon, Bird felt excited. Its fragments sparkled and shined with hope. But in the void that was left, a terrible storm grew, blowing the bird far away from home.
Oh, well, this is an unfortunate way to start a game. Are we being expelled from our onion world here?
Bird arrived in a strange place, a broken place full of fragments and shards, lost. Looking for a path home, Bird felt only confusion and doubt.
Oh, I'm interacting with these pieces just by dragging the cursor over them. I'm not clicking or anything.
But then, Bird saw the stars. The stars would light the way.
Oh, do I make constellations in this game?
Piecing together the constellations would help untangle this mess.
Interesting. Wait, huh? Oh, like so? Oh, so I had to put them back in their place. I see. Oh, this is cool. It's like a shield shape. Is that what this is? Or a flame? A leaf? What was that exactly? Alright, so I said in
Singing
the...
felt good somehow.
It said in the little opening cinematic to this game that I can rotate the camera with... Oh, I guess not. Maybe at later points in the game you can rotate the camera by clicking the right mouse button and use the scroll wheel, or the mouse wheel, to zoom in and out. But it looks like all we can do right now is click and drag the cursor around to interact. Alright, more constellations. Put them back together. Does that sound mean that I put it in the wrong spot? Probably, right?
With each
There we go.
star realigned,
Tree.
the path became clearer. Each note filled Bird with hope.
Alright, next constellation. Oh, that "tung" means I did it wrong. There we go. That was a do and not a "tung." What shape is this? Grass. So we have fire, tree, grass. Or was this fire or some kind of plant or something? I want to say it's fire, but maybe it's not. It's a little bit hard to make out the shape. Or maybe that was a leaf, actually. That might have been a leaf. Oh, one more over here.
Each tangle solved brought back more memories.
Alright, one more. You can kind of strum on these lines if you drag the mouse through them. It's nice. The music and the art direction in this game is really nice so far.
I know
turtle.
that shape, thought Bird. Yes, now I remember.
Yeah, so do I.
It beat its tiny wings
I know
and
that
took
shape
off
too.
in the direction of Turtle's Pond. Bird recalled the serenity of this pond. It had comforted Bird, alive with the sing-song hopscotch of frogs at play. But oh, how it had changed. Something must be done to heal it.
Oh yeah, this pond is not looking too pleasant, is it?
The first step, planting a mighty spruce tree.
Oh, so I'm using the pieces they got from the constellations to piece the environments back together? Do I have to plant this in a specific place? Oh, what is this? What the? Oh, I can... Oh. I can, like, control the shape of it? Oh, what the? Oh. Oh, it's 3D, okay.
The pond began to revive.
Oh, and now I'm in control of the
Branches
camera.
stretched their fingers, leaves unfurled in the sunlight. Memories, like the plants, began to awaken and grow, taking root in the wet soil.
Alright, apologies to people sensitive to camera movements. I'll try not to do this too much. Can I zoom in as well? Yeah. Alright, so do I have to put everything else back in its place too? Like so. Oh, I can change the color of it as well. What some... Oh my... How do I control this? Please. Oh, I'm not supposed to let go, am I? There we go. Alright, grow some grass. And don't move it, please. Yes, we've established that I want it to be green. Now please expand it. Without picking it up and moving it. Is that good? Okay, there's a size limit to these decorations that is not immediately clear, and I keep accidentally picking them up and dragging them around. Alright, so I've made this place brighter. Do I have to keep planting more things? Is that the idea? I plant more grass?
Creatures croaked and buzzed in the sunlight. But where was the turtle that Bird once knew?
Where is the turtle? Do I have to keep adding more lively nature to this place to make the turtle appear? It seems that that's what the game is getting at. The controls can be a bit iffy with this game from what I'm experiencing so far. Just trying to drag and move things around. But we can roll with it. Can I not put a thing there? Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to put the big tree there. That was my mistake. Alright, is there anything else I'm supposed to be doing here besides just adding more stuff? Oh my god, please don't drag the entire thing around like that. It's kind of obnoxious. Alright, well, what are we getting at here? Is there anything I'm supposed to be able to do here? I feel like I've decorated the area quite well. Perhaps. Oh, I seem to be onto something here. Oh, what was that from? Just adding enough stuff to the landscape?
Carrying what seemed like the weight of the world on his back, Turtle emerged from the water. Bird began to sing, hoping to help Turtle remember that things were not always so difficult.
Getting these really precise mouse movements is not easy. I almost feel like I should be using a controller for this. There we go, good enough. Oh, now to mimic the turtles thing. Oh man, if we can learn one thing from this, it's that I'm not precise enough with a mouse.
As Turtle sang back, worries floated up and out.
Oh, I didn't need to be precise, did I?
Making way for a tiny sliver of the moon.
I just need to make a circle.
And just like that, a new moon was born.
Oh, so we're putting the moon
And
back
Turtle
together.
was free.
Oh, look at that happy turtle. It's a nice happy turtle. A turtle carrying the world on its back.
Turtle could feel it. Bird could feel it. And the mysterious owl could feel it too.
Alright, are we on to a new world here?
Continuing on, Bird now wondered at the power of its simple song. Could one voice become a beacon in the darkness? Could one heart have the power to guide a friend who is lost and afraid?
Alright, so we're making new constellations
Bird's
here?
thoughts felt scattered. It was still unclear what was happening. But sometimes a new way of looking at things is all that's needed.
Is this constellation complete, or...? Did I miss something here? I'm going to plug in my controller real quick and see if I have an easier time controlling this game with that. Oh, wait a minute, can I not do that? Options... Oops. Wait, do I have the narration set to 100? When did I have that? Is that too loud for people who might be watching? I don't know. Controls, how do I... Dude, really? Can I not? Oh, shoot. No. Okay, resume the game. Okay, I guess now that I've sealed my fate, since I started playing the game with the mouse, it's gonna make me stick with that for the rest of the adventure. Okay, so what is going on with this constellation then? Can I... Like, I literally made it, and it's just bouncing around doing its thing. Oh, really? It was based on the camera angle that whole time? Well, that's kind of silly, isn't it? Oh, it's a shroom. Well, that makes sense why I was being so silly.
Memory. The tune emerged.
Turning the camera for this is excruciating because I can't do it with the right mouse button. Oops. Wait, I just realized something. Can I? Yes, okay, you can turn... Okay, I did not realize this before. To turn the camera more quickly, you can just click along the bottom there. Along that little circle at the bottom. I was just not properly understanding how to control the camera here.
Bird's heart fluttered as each memory gradually fell into place.
Another
These were
shroom.
images from a better time, a time it almost remembered.
A better time, a time of
Repeating
shrooms.
these notes wasn't difficult, but it just might restore harmony to the world.
Oh wow, these constellations are getting a little bit more complex. Oh, I'm getting some thunks. Okay. Alright, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 pieces. 7 pieces that we need to connect. From this angle, this piece looks like a bird. It's probably not what it is, though.
That's it, thought Bird, looking at the swan.
Oh, well, it is a bird.
It
It's a
was
swan.
time to visit the riverside.
Alright, on to the next level. The Riverside with Mr. or Miss Swan. Or the Swan.
How sad the weeping willow looked now, all alone in this barren landscape. Recalling days spent by the river with their beautiful friend, Bird wondered what sadness was keeping them from sharing their light with the world.
Oh, that piece wasn't even a shrimp, it's just a tree with kind of a mushroom looking shrubbery on the top.
Perhaps just a little more beauty would bring them to life.
The mouse controls in this game are very stubborn. No worries though, we'll appreciate it for what it is. Because the sound design and the graphics in this game are both really nice. It's just a little bit hard to set things up here when the controls are a bit awkward. It looks like from the itch page that there's actually a VR version of this game as well. I'm sure it'd be really nice to experience this game in VR. Alright, well that's progress.
As fish circled the depths of the river and dragonflies hung above the surface, Bird's hopes began to rise.
Okay, I need to add a little bit more then. Oh, there we go. There's a circle. Alright, we've worked our magic. Where am I? Alright, there's a glowing thing.
Swan drifted across the mirrored surface of the river, hypnotized by their own reflection. Bird called out to Swan in greeting. Could healing begin?
Is it possible to get a better camera angle in this cutscene? Because this looks a little bit awkward.
It wasn't easy, but it wasn't so hard. Letting go felt good. Swan felt lighter and a little unsure, as though snoring from a long, strange dream. But inside Bird, the spark of hope turned into a flame of determination. Moving forward was the only way, even if it would be difficult at times. Even if the owl was in its way.
Alright, so it's another world complete. Onto the world of the bear, maybe? That looks like a bear to me.
Searching among these fragments for clues, Bird felt different now. Patterns were becoming more familiar, easier to see and predict with confidence. Bird now knew that even confusing tangles could be sorted if you were observant and patient.
Oh, so now these constellations are 3D. Interesting. A clover. They kind of just look like Doritos
And
chips,
even
though.
as these patterns repeated, finding the right path through felt important.
Alright, next constellation in the third dimension. Is this a pine tree? That's what it looks like to me. Maybe not a pine tree, but some kind of tree. And we're probably going to a forest with a bear, right? That's what I imagine the next step is.
Every star had its place, and each constellation would reveal them if only Bird knew what to look for. It was valuable to look for the truth in things, even when it wasn't easy. Okay, so we have threads of different colors. So these purple ones have to connect to purple spots. And yellowish green to yellowish green. Alright, last one, and wow, this one is quite complicated. Oh, is this Mr. Bear? That's what it looks like to me. Mr. Bear. What place was next on the path home? Of course. Bird took flight towards the Bears Canyon.
Bears Canyon. Alright, it looks like the moon's about half full right now, so maybe there's just 2 more worlds left, including this one.
How barren the canyon appeared, the sharp, jagged cliff jutting out over the gully below. It was scary. But there was a hidden rhythm to this place, an important energy. Even in the deepest, most hidden of places, there could be shelter, warmth. Even in the sharpest and darkest of times, there could be kindness, compassion.
Let's see, should I put something down here, down below? Oh yeah, I guess I can do that.
As Bird remembered the beauty of this canyon, it came to life, humming with activity once more.
Alright, there we go. We've added enough wildlife to this area to bring it back to its natural color. That means we get to meet Mr. Bear, right?
Awoken from a deep
Oh.
sleep, Bear was in no mood to be disturbed.
Oh.
Bird stood fast and called out in friendship and kindness.
Yeah, there we go. Friendship and kindness. Come on, Mr. Bear, please. Alright, come on, Mr. Bear. Wholesome
As
stream
Bear
hours.
sang, the resignation, anger, and frustration began to fade. Now the hole the bear had tried to fill with the moon was gone, and in its place, a sense of calm, acceptance. Like the new moon, Bird also felt fuller. The flame inside was becoming a fire. Nothing could distract Bird now. Not even the owl, who had fallen so hard for the moon.
Oh, does this mean that maybe we go face the owl next? It looks like the moon is almost full, so maybe the last challenge here is to confront the owl and find peace that way. That seems to be the direction the game is going in. Oh no, I think we have a Mr. Fox here, perhaps.
Bird concentrated fully on the song at hand, giving in to each note completely.
Alright, so by now
During
I've...
this part of the journey, Bird's memories became darker, less distinct. The secret to untangling was holding on, believing.
By now I figured pretty much how, entirely how these constellation puzzles work. At first when I started doing this, like, just because the game doesn't really instruct you that much, I was kind of doing things a little haphazardly. Like, I didn't realize until experimenting a bit that you're supposed to, like, line up those little, like, the song notes based on what the bird is doing. I was just kind of acting randomly at first.
The small moments of clarity came more frequently. It wasn't easy, but it was more familiar. If Bird trusted its instincts, everything would return to focus. Bird could see the way forward even when things were less than perfect. As each shape emerged, the darkness grew a little brighter. Something bigger than Bird was working to heal this place.
Alright, second to last constellation. this one first. Alright, last one, which I assume is going to lead us to Mr. Fox, is who I'm guessing our next friend is. Or a similar animal that walks on all fours.
Ah, the fox, thought Bird.
Called it.
Clever and always able to see things from that perch. Perhaps Fox can tell me what's going on here. Bird made its way to the fox's marshland boat.
Alright, next did maybe final animal before we put everything back together. But first we have to restore the natural beauty to its habitat,
The
right?
wetlands felt still and empty. Fox had been such a flame, too bright to miss and too quick to catch. Bird longed to feel that energy again. Even in the saddest times, it was so vibrant and helpful.
I can control all the branches on this thing.
The blanket of greenery spread across the marshland. Bird recalled cattails flicking in the breeze and fireflies glimmering among the fiddleheads.
Alright, have I brought enough nature in here yet?
So much hope
Yeah.
in this place. Surely Fox would come out and play now. Fox emerged from the shadows slowly, still afraid to share its story with Bird. Bird sang in greeting, a message of hope, acceptance, and understanding. It's going to be okay, Fox whispered. You know the way now. And with the moon nearly complete, Bird knew just where to go. Back to the beginning of it all.
Back to face the owl.
Up the coast of the old lighthouse, Owl sat alone and sullen. So much time wasted. Owl no longer felt the moon sparkle inside. No more energy. No more voice. Nothing felt okay anymore. When Bird arrived, Owl could barely meet their eye. What was the point? With everything unraveling, everything undone. Owl had meant well, but had made choices that had caused so much pain. Inside Bird, the fire of experience now burned bright. Owl was not alone. Owl was not different from the rest of them. This work could be done. Bird could bring light to the shadow and heal the wounds for good. A simple song with the power to reach across time and misunderstanding. A familiar voice reaching into the darkness from the light. Ask anyone and they will tell you, the moon is always changing. Soon it will change again. Pieces will be borrowed, carried, and returned. Every change is an opportunity to learn. Every challenge, a chance to grow.
Alright, that was the end of the game. Yeah, it looks like we're in the credits now. Alright, can I interact at all? Looks like I can move the cursor, but that's about it. Alright, well, it looks like the, oh, quote by Carl Jung at the end, too. So it seems like the prediction I made before I started playing this at the game was like a pop-up children's book was actually really accurate, because that's essentially what the game is, gameplay-wise. But the little blurb about this game on the itch.io page was that this is a game about forgiveness. Which is a pretty apt description, I think. You know, it's about... I haven't, you know, it hasn't really sunk in that I've thought of like every detail of the story and how it pieces together, but it definitely seems to be about empathizing with others, connecting with others, accepting and appreciating the gifts of nature, I guess. And, dare I make the comparison, but, there are some elements of this game that reminded me of Night in the Woods a little bit. I know that I compare every game I play on this channel to Night in the Woods, but that was my immediate thought when I started putting constellations together in this game, because that's something that happens in Night in the Woods. And of course the animals and the kind of broken sunken ship here, like at the beginning of that game, and yeah, but this is really chill. I like the art direction and the music in this game. Gameplay wise, the controlling with the mouse felt a bit awkward to me at times. And I actually turned down the sensitivity of the mouse quite a bit. The default sensitivity was just all over the place, like significantly faster than I'm moving it now. It's like I move the mouse ever so slightly and it'll just jump across the screen like that. But I think once I started getting a better understanding of how the game worked and what I was supposed to be doing, I started enjoying it more and playing it more smoothly. It's just, it's such a short game that by the time I had really gotten the rhythm down and figured things out, I was already most of the way through it. But yeah, this is really chill, and I'm glad I played it. I noted this game in a list of games I've been browsing through in the itch Racial Justice bundle of games that I thought had kind of an ambient or relaxing or ASMR type of atmosphere to them. I think this fits that pretty well. As I said, the description of this game on the store page says that some of the people involved in making this game were people involved in Journey and Flower and a couple other, I suppose, well-known indie games. I'm not sure exactly which ones, but it's an interesting thing to note. And I hadn't heard of this game before, but it seems that it did pretty well at indie game showcases or some sort of events like that. This game came out a couple of years ago, I believe. And I want to say it was like 2016, 17, 18, somewhere around there. And I'm not sure how much longer these credits will go on for, but yeah, this game was called Luna. I personally got access to this game through the itch.io bundle for Racial Justice and Equality, which came out a year ago this week. But this game is also available on the ongoing indie bundle for Palestinian Aid on itch.io, which is still running for a little bit less than 2 days now. It'll be running until, I believe, sometime on Friday. Probably US time. One of the US time zones. Meatball Jones is an interesting nickname. There must be a story behind that one. But yeah, I figured I'd showcase a couple more of the interesting indie games that are shared on sites like itch. And there'll be plenty more to come because I have access to many, many games from these bundles that I've been buying. Access to so many that obviously there's no way I'm going to get around to playing every single one of them, and it's probably going to take me a very long time to even find the best of the best in the bundle or some of the hidden gems, but there have been several that I've enjoyed a lot, so we'll keep working through them and checking out games that seem to be of interest. One that I've been playing this week is a puzzle game called The Floor is Jelly, which I do plan to finish. I just decided to take a break for this evening to have a little bit of a change of pace, and I might play something different tomorrow evening as well, because I probably will be streaming something tomorrow evening. It'll be Friday, and I think I'll feel good about, the timing of it playing on Friday evening without having to think about work the next day. It's getting a little bit late in the evening now, so this game actually had a pretty good timing for when I started it and when I finished. So. Quite a lot of people are involved in putting this game together, actually, by the looks of it. Oh, the Double Fine crew. It's interesting to see a shout out to them in the credits here. For anyone unaware, Double Fine is the company that made Psychonauts and Brutal Legend and a handful of other small studio games. Alright, is that where this ends? Oh, is there something else? Oh, is this back where we started?
A young bird, adding the finishing touches to its first nest at twilight.
Wait a minute.
Weaving the fibers tightly, hoping it will hold throughout the long, dark night.
Oh, this is the beginning of the game, isn't it? I think what I just did was reset the entire story. Right? Let me just click this and figure out if that's the case. Yeah, this is repeating itself. Okay. Just making sure. Alright, how do I... Can I not? I'm hitting the escape key.
Settling down for the evening, excited, exhausted, and alone. Or so it thought.
Can I get to the main menu, please?
But the owl had been watching.
Or pause the game. Come on, let me out of the game, please. I've seen this before.
Owl knew all too well the loneliness bird held in its heart.
Yes, I know all too well
And
as well because I've
just
seen this
what
story
bird
before.
was missing.
We can
See how beautiful
can finish
the
up now,
moon
okay?
is, bird? I know its name. Call to it. It can make you feel safe. It can make you feel light again. Whole.
Alright, I think we're going to call it here. Alright, let's just close the game because it's not going to let me do that.
Serenading the moon.
Whoops. Where's the, close this. There we go. Alright, what an awkward way to end. Just my, a blank black screen and my stream overlay and nothing else. Alright, so thank you to anybody who's tuned in during the stream or who happens to be looking at it later. My channel is twitch.tv/digitsbb. I spend a lot of my streams just showing off blind playthroughs of indie games like this, which I find interesting and I hope other people enjoy watching them as well. So if you find this interesting, you should follow my channel to find out when I go live next. As I said earlier, tomorrow evening and perhaps other times in the near future, I'll be showcasing more unique indie games from the itch.io bundles, so stay tuned for that. And it's getting late, so I'm going to call it here. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see everybody very soon.